Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm gonna do a quick game review of a game I just recently just beaten and played, and that is South Park: The Stick of Truth. Um, okay, excuse me, I just had to sneeze. I had to pause the camera real quick, but back to it though. Um, this game, like I said, I had got this for the PS3. This game is also available on Xbox 360 as well as the newer consoles, PS4, Xbox One. But this is the one that I played, and I want to just give my quick thoughts and review of it. Here you go, right here, just to show you guys. Yeah, this game is definitely M-rated. That's one of the first things to point out about this game. Now I'm gonna try to do this review a little differently, where I just talk about it how I want to and just see how it come out. But yeah, one of the first things you're gonna notice about this game is that it's definitely a M-rated game. Definitely. I mean, it's so crazy how these kids, are pretty much fourth grade children, but they get involved in some of the most mature things you would ever see. In this game, excuse my shaking, but this game though right here though, this game basically is about the South Park kids, same stuff as the show, and they're all playing this game, kind of like some old school Dungeons and Dragons, kind of like RPG, except it's about this stick, and it basically whoever has the stick is basically like the controller of all basically. So if you got the stick, you can control basically the whole game, and you're like a god or something. And it's about going around the town, learning the town, and trying to protect and save the stick of truth. Now, this game pretty much is, if you go down here and you look, it says action and adventure. Yeah, this game also came out in 2014. It says action and adventure, but it got some RPG elements in it as well. This has got to be one of the most craziest RPGs I've ever played. Like when it comes to just kookiness and just stuff you just not going to expect. I mean, this game is also highly funny. It's a very, very funny game. Very funny. I mean, could this game be too raunchy for certain people? Maybe. But if you into crazy stuff and just seeing funny stuff in general and funny cameos, because they're literally acting like, like old school RPG type people, it's kind of funny how they play these roles. And just to let people know, they did pretty much make a sequel to this game, which is called The Fracture But Whole South Park. And I actually got that game as well, and I'm playing that one at the moment. And that one even takes it to an even further level when it comes to craziness. But I enjoyed the Stick of Truth. That's one thing about it. Is it the best game in the world? No. Does it have some issues? Yes. But I definitely enjoyed the game. Now let's get to some good parts about the game before I get to what's wrong with it. The game has good graphics because it does look just like the TV show. It definitely does. It does have a little slowdown on PS3 and Xbox 360, I think, but nothing too serious. The game, it sounds good. The voice acting is good. The controls are pretty simple. I've seen some people complain about the little spinny way of picking your moves, I guess, but it's pretty easy to get used to me. Most of the moves involve action commands and timing, kind of like Mario RPG, and you also defend yourself as well the same way. And it's basically about you, the new kid on the block, but you also get a team, but you only can have one person on your team though, which kind of sucks. Instead of and but you could swap them out, and they do different abilities and different moves, and they can help you outside of battle. Another good thing about South Park: The Stick of Truth is that it's also a game with puzzles to solve, things to figure out, stuff that's hidden, stuff to look for, and it involves, and it really shows you how new some of these games are getting when it comes to the times. And this came out in 2014, and this was still just playing. This is like, wow, these games are really changing. um but yeah, I wish the game was two players though. Some of the bad parts about the game is it's not two players. The weapon system could have been better because it's really just about armor and equipment, which is fun, which is cool because you can mix it up. You do have different classes, which could be a little deeper, but the armor system kind of does get repetitive, I guess, a little bit. There are different settings though to difficulty, so if you put on the harder difficulty, which you can in this game, I think that's great. I think it does have replay value though. I do. Again, the controls are pretty simple, to the point. The action timing moves, though, were, they weren't, I mean, I liked them. Like, I liked the moves. I like how it played out. I really did. But those timing, those action times kind of does get annoying. Like, because the way they would do them and certain guns would do certain things. But you can be effective with it, though. They don't make it too challenging. But the game and all is a challenge, though. You do have to explore, which is one of the most funnest parts about this game, which is actually exploring South Park and going through the town and learning the people and, getting friends on social media and this and this and this. And it's just a fun game. Is it the longest game? No. But it's fun enough to want to play through. And like I said, it could be possibly worth another playthrough. I definitely think so. So, honestly, I think this is a game worth checking out, though. If I had to, rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, it'll probably be, from a 7 to a 7.5. Just because it was so entertaining. It was such a great game when it came to entertainment. And I will admit, the fighting system, even though it was simple, was still kind of fun and entertaining. Like, it kept me going. And then the story was good because you don't know what's gonna happen, and I like that South Park style comedy, where you never kind of know what's gonna happen and who's gonna do what. It was really enjoyable. I will admit that this may not be a game for everyone, but I enjoyed it a lot, and I do believe people should check it out. It'll trip them out, especially if they play RPGs and other game systems like that. So I just want to give my quick overlook of this game real quick and give people a review if they want, to hear something new, maybe about it, some just quick thoughts about such a cool game. And as you can see, it's not even that expensive. This game is pretty cheap if you want to give it a try. Now, again, I am playing the sequel to this game, which is right here, South Park Fractured But Whole. And so far, I'm really liking this one. So far, I think I like this one more than the Stick of Truth. But I do advise people to play the Stick of Truth. And I'm planning on probably doing a review to this game. Because this one is a little newer. This one came out in 2017. So they really kind of advanced it in this one. But it's a whole different story. So that's another page. But hey, maybe be on the lookout for this review when I beat it. I ain't beat it yet, but I did beat this game. Definitely. And hey, I'll see you guys again. Peace out.